Awesome. Hey guys, we made it all the way to next week and a little then. It's Monday. And it's time for some more Magic. Now, I played a little bit yesterday after hanging out with you guys. And of course, it went a lot better. So we are still we're in like the middle part of Emerald right now. Let's see if we can get our way into Diamond today. Making sure everybody knows we're online. All right, looking good. Get our little quality checker in here. On an interesting note, this is also the 10th day that we've been streaming Magic 2021 Core Set in a row. Let's go get that diamond, shall we? It's looking good all around. Still need to get that new webcam on mine. It'll come eventually. Give it time. I just keep forgetting to order it, yeah. She's absolutely right. Now, I have had a lot of luck with borrows lately. I'm not gonna force any specific color though. We are here to draft. We'll do so as best we can. The Drowsing Pteranodons are awesome 2-drops. 2-drops seem super important in this format since they're really fast. The Black Shrine is the best of the shrines. I don't know if that's worth picking so early. The Dowser is really good, and the black-blue, the blue-red prowess deck is certainly a thing. Salvo, most of the time, I feel like we can turn into a 2-for-1. It's a bunch of conditions, but I guess we'll try picking the Salvo here. Okay, this changes the prowess plan a little bit. Fairy's Tutelage is excellent at a very real win condition in this format. I'm gonna take that and try to build a mill deck for sure. If we can, that is. Don't know. Seeing this here. Now, in mill decks, we try to build them as control decks. And in control decks, stuff like Pestilent Haze is very good. Finishing Blow as well, of course. Do see some very good aggressive cards left here still. But I think I want to try to build this control deck, actually. Pestilent Haze is excellent in those. So let's try to pick up that. Ghoul is pretty fine. I don't expect to have any life gain here at all. There's no real interesting cards for us. The Wishcon Crab is an excellent card, though all these cards sort of suck. Yeah, let's take the crab and try to stick with our plan here. Certainly looks like the colors are a little locked down here. Maybe a counter spell? Maybe. Just imagine for a moment we're not doing this blue-black control thing. What other card we want to pick here? Oh, hello, Nose. You want to come? Yeah, come. There you go. Oh. Got a little visitor here. Yeah. Well, settle down. Alright. Guess the miscast is it. Well, this is... I've seen this card used against me once, and it was exactly in the combination with Teferi's Tutelage. This is an instant win if you play it as long as Teferi's Tutelage is on the board. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that and try to build that deck that beat me once. Guess the Arcanist goes well in that deck actually. So let's pick that one up. Don't think we're gonna play the Salvo, but I do like the Peer into Abyss with the Tutelage. That's a very, very powerful combination. Now we have the two pieces that we like simply need to win the game. Now we need to get there. And I guess that starts by picking up some sort of 2-drops. It's not an impressive one. I prefer 2-drops that survive the Pestilent Haze too, because I do want to pick up more copies of this if possible. So the Vidalian Arcanist, things like that, it's going to be excellent in our deck. Rousing Reed goes well with the Tutelage. Finds our Peer up the Abyss faster. Does all the great things. I think Rousing Reed is a very great, like very good card. Generally speaking. Cancel goes well in control. I'll pick up one of those for sure. The wall is probably pretty good. Actually. Not seeing a lot of black here, but the black we are seeing is quite good. Don't think I want to main deck Duress. Maybe I'll use a Silent Dart. Who knows? This doesn't matter. We'll let it auto pick the Steward here. We'll just snatch it. This will take the scarring. So far, so good. Only 2 cards I'm really looking at here. I don't like Frost Breath defensively. I think it's much better in the red-blue prowess aggro deck. It is quite good in those decks, however. Thallid is an excellent 3-drop. But we could also take the Twinblade Assassins. Could splash with the Might technically, but that's not the sort of thing we're actually doing here. Twinblade Assassins might be good in our deck. We don't have a lot of creatures though. I think we just go with the solid 3-drop here, since we don't really know. Well, there's another Rousing Reed. Or there's another 2-drop. This is another 2-drop that dies to the Haze though. Not that we're gonna just not pick 2 toughness creatures because we have 1 Haze. That's not how that works. We definitely need solid 2-drops, but I think the Rousing Reed here has to be the thing. While it's still in the pack. I don't value the Swindler very high at all. And here I'll take another Thallid. It's a solid friggin' card. I think the colors we're in are a little contested here. Unfortunately, we already have the pieces we need to win. Now we just need the pieces to die while we're winning. This is a scary looking card. Yeah. But it's very good with the tutelage. Okay, Stitcher. There's a bunch of interesting cards here. Stitcher does some of the things we want to do. It draws, triggering tutelage. An 0-3 doesn't do much beyond that. The Crypt Lurker is pretty good. I think the Stitcher will have to be the pick here. Just for the looting. Then we can sacrifice it to return target creature card from our graveyard to the battlefield. 3 toughness is definitely better. I guess another Wishbone Crab could be pretty good, to be honest. But I think I might be able to pick one of those up later. The Stitcher is just... I think the Stitcher is pretty good for us here. Well, in control decks, having things that have hexproof block everything is probably pretty good. It is a 7-drop for sure. I don't want 2 of these. Could also go into the more aggressive part, I suppose. Get a Mistral Singer, but I don't think it's this deck, to be honest. I think we're gonna try to go all in on this tutelage, make it work. The 1 life from a split land can actually matter here. I'll take that. Guess I can have 1 Gloom Sower. Right? With the Stitcher. Get a Gloom Sower back on turn 4. Start attacking. I'll pick it up. There's nothing else in the pack. Well, and now the Stitcher means that these 2 things are just going to be much better. Now we have certainly got an alternate win condition. We'll take the Frost Breath for a sideboard in case we decide to go a little bit more aggressively. The anime is unblockable in our deck, so I guess I'll take the gift actually. I might use that. Having lifelink for just a hit or 2 can be quite important in this deck, I feel like. Since what we're gonna be dying to is like the Boros, the Celestia aggro decks. We also need more spot removal. Or to put it precisely, we need spot removal. Well, I want the Crypt Lurker and the Wishcon Crab. The Lurker might be better for us, I guess. How is this still in the pack? I don't get it. I really don't get it. This is what gets me to Forced Boros. Like when these cards are still in the packs. So crazy. A bunch of cards I like here. I like the Devotee. Goes quite well with a bunch of the things we're working with. The Maze Mind Tome goes very well with our mill theme, I guess. It's probably just an excellent card, I guess. Good 2-drop. Pretty heavy on 3. I'll take the Tome. I could have taken the Imp. I don't think the Imp is super impressive. Yeah. Trying to see if we have any like instant speed spells that are interesting to cast. We don't, not at all. Otherwise I would probably have picked up Rewind. This Cauldron can be okay. I don't think we want to play Shackle, guys, because I think we want to be defending, not attacking. Maybe that's wrong. It's a Spirit. I guess I'll take the Rewind. No, actually, I'll take the Rewind here. Keep the counter magic going. That was a difficult choice. Be here really low on 2-drops. This does play well with the mill thing. Only if we're attacking. We have a wall in 1. Maybe we can get by with not doing that. Maybe play a Ghost Light. Feels I think we have to take the Elder. Or what? No, I'll take the Ghost Light. Elder's too bad of a 2-drop, I guess. I like Read the Tides a lot. The Protege goes well with our theme. The Crypt Lurker is probably just good in our deck. Yeah, I'll take the Lurker. Just the option to splash for Twin Blade Assassins again. It does look a little better now than it did last time. Guess this triggers it also. I think I'll pick it up actually. Seems pretty good in our deck. And then we will continue to not get a single 2-drop. Guess we'll take the Lurker again. Lurker goes very well with sacking like the Saprolings or stuff like that. Well, it is a 2-drop. Not the kind of 2-drop I meant, but it's gonna be pretty good in our deck, I think. And there is the Patrician. I love that card so much. Don't think we can play it here though. I think we have to take the Crab. They're pretty stuck on our drops again here. Devotee again. Or I could take the Wall of Runes if I really feel like I need early like defense. Because runes, Wall of Runes also target for Rousing Reed. I think I'll take the wall over the devotee here. It might seem a little crazy, but I think that's true. I think it's the way to go. Guess we'll pick up the Elder, since we got no other freaking 2-drop. But maybe we won't need it. The deck is definitely doing things here. Well, that's a 2-drop, I guess. The Steward activates the Assassins. Lurkers activate Assassins. What we really want is like the blue shrine. That would be pretty amazing. Don't think we saw one though. Or if we did, it was very early. Oh, no. Okay, is Twin Blade necessary in our deck is the first question. The answer is probably not. And if we are trying to cast a 3 black 7-drop here, we probably don't want it in our deck. Miscast can be pretty good in this deck, I guess. This goes well on the walls as a means of actually removing things. I don't know if the Cauldron is a thing in this deck. I mean, it does some of the things we want, but I don't think it does it well enough. I think we have to keep most of these 2s. We'll cut this. Cannot cut 2 Lich. I like the Protege in our thing, but it's the weakest 3, I think. The Stitchers are like a way to get our Megalodon and our Gloomsword down super early. And that's quite valuable. But maybe we're not like, maybe we really aren't attacking as much. Don't think the anime is very good. Definitely the weakest of our 4s, I think. Maybe 3 Lurkers is a bit obsessive. Or maybe the Crabs are just worse than the Lurkers in this format. I guess a lot of things can very easily have like 4 to 4 power. It's a little more difficult to get 5, I think. Guess. Yeah, these are just probably gonna end up going on walls anyway. They'll act as like pseudo crabs, I guess. Maybe we don't need the Wishcon crabs. Maybe we don't need 2. I think miscast is a little too specific. We have 2 straight up counter spells, and I want to keep those. I think with 2 walls, we don't want 2 Glide Masters. Don't really like Glide Masters at all in this deck, but I think we have to have some. I mean, some 2-drops to trade with early, like Alpine Helm Asses and the like. Protege is probably a little. I mean, just we have the ways to use mana, I guess. Gonna draw a bunch of cards. Need to make 2 more cuts. I guess I'll cut the other crab and maybe a lurker. What does that leave us with creature-wise? Because I could discard these 2, 3. Sacrificing this at instant speed to bring back a Ghostlight to bounce something seems pretty good. Seems pretty damn good. And we can keep Rewind up and still be able to use this. That seems very nice. The Haze is still quite good in our deck. It's not only removal. I guess. Oh. I think we want 2 walls, don't we? Survive. Maybe not. Maybe a single wall is good enough. Mana wise, this looks. Yeah, it looks fine. This is way different than the type of deck I usually build, but I think this can be quite good. Any hand with us starting with the 2 Lich in hand, or the Pestilent Haze is gonna, I feel like, have a pretty decent win chance. Let's find out. Well, there's 2 Lich. There's 2 Lich and Peer into the Abyss. It's like our winning combo. And the Maze Mind Tome is pretty good pickup. I'm not even gonna scry, I'm just gonna use the draw mechanic on it and to feed the 2 Lich. This should be very nice. What do you want to discard? The Rousing Read, maybe? We're going to want to play Lurker. Maybe we get rid of the Fangs. Yeah, let's do that. So this is definitely like a blue-red prowess type of deal. Right, we're looking for black lands. I'm gonna go ahead and decline that. Now, he's probably gonna attack with the weird, having some sort of ways to like pump it, sure strike, whatever, double spell. I'm not gonna want to block it because I need to play Rousing Read on the Lurker. Unless he just bounces our creature here. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, we need to start scrying for our black sources, I guess. We will still decline that. But we will scry for one of our black sources, I guess. We'll set a stop before next turn as well, just so we're sure to do things correctly. Oh no, it's very early shock. That means usually another one follows. Okay. Well, that's two very real removal spells he's used in this. We have a little bit of a ways to go in terms of style good enough to keep. Or I think we have to find swamp actually. Just scry for the swamp again. It's 2 thalates. Come on. How is that still not a swamp? Still not credible. Well, we'll let go of the Megalodon. It's unfortunate. The Weird's gonna get through here. This provides colorless, so that's bad. Sure Strike's got us, but nothing to do about that. Just didn't draw lands. A lot of lethal. Well, Ghost Light is one of the better spells to draw here, I guess. Bounce that. I need to remember to scry for that black source. Is he looking for straight removal here? I mean, yeah, I'll block whatever, I guess. Yep, that'll do it. So, no second black source was a little bad there. But see, we're in Platinum Tier 2, which means that we need 10 wins more than defeats, I guess, in order to rank to Diamond. I think that's how it counts. It should be possible, even with this deck. I did like our opening hand, but we never got like our second or third black swords, which is unfortunate. But I guess I do like the structure of the deck, actually. We can ask ourselves, would I really prefer to have Wishcoin Crab over the third lurker? Maybe. Jenny! Well, we can look for our blue source here, I guess. Seems pretty okay. Let's get our tome down. Set a stop. Well, this is one of the things where I actually want to use Pestilent Haste just on that. I'll take... that's the wrong kind of blue source though. But it is a blue source, and it is a land, and we do need the lands. So I'm not gonna Yeah, I'm just gonna draw it. I will Pestilent Haze immediately here, I think. Just because if he plays one of these 2/2s that put a counter on itself, we're gonna be in a very bad situation very quickly, I guess. Like one of those, for example. Pretty happy I did that now. I don't want to draw that. That's much better. Do I think I just Dismal Backwater and draw a card. And that way I can play a Roaming Ghostlight next turn. That seems pretty good to me. I don't have, well, I guess, well, I don't have any 1-drops in black, so I guess not drawing the card now is fine. Sabertooth Mauler. Yeah, well, getting happier and happier about killing that Conclave Mentor. So we can play Ghostlight here. We could bounce the Pride Malkin, but he would just put a counter on the Mauler. Or we can play 2 blockers, both which are excellent right now, actually. Let's use the Wall to Scry. See if we can find out tutelage. I don't need that right now. And I guess we can discard Vodalian Arcanist, since that doesn't do a lot right now. Try to get close to some good draws. Yeah, that looks good to us. It's a pretty good turn. Pretty good. That's a good one. Guess don't really want to block that because he just makes a 2/2. Don't have to block it right now. Don't want to grow the Mauler either way. Let's put a stop here. Oh, we can't anymore. Don't want that. There's the tutelage. Very good. Now for now, Lurgan Wall blocks the 2 big threats. I guess the sooner we get tutelage out, the faster we can start doing things with it. That's a land, that's good. I guess we'll... Is the Stitcher gonna do things for us here? I mean, it does activate tutelage a whole bunch. I think if we have the Stitcher, maybe that will buy us 1 more turn of sacrificing this, bouncing something immediately. So I think maybe we discard the Ghostlight here. Should be easier to cast that next turn too. Okay, and play the... I guess the Thalit we'd like to trade the Pride Malkin for, I guess. Or maybe just play the Stitcher here and get ready to do the roaming Ghostlight trick. I guess we'll play the Stitcher here. I think we're doing okay on life for now. Still only attacking with the Pride Malkin. Don't want to grow this, don't want to give him a free 2/2. So I'll just take the 4 again. Still not critical on life, but we will have to deal with the Pride Malkin eventually. I do think bouncing it with the roaming Ghostlight is a pretty good way to deal with it. I could draw a card with it. How many times do I have to do that to win here? Guess we need the Thalit. Or do we need to block with this and bounce something? Maybe. The Gnarled Sage is definitely tricky. Do need one more land to be able to do like a lot of things at once. So either we play both of these two, or I think we have to draw a card first. Yeah. That I don't mind so much right now. And then I guess we just empty our hand. Now we should see a little bit more pressure. But we can, next turn we can get our Roaming Ghostlight back. Depending on what we draw, we can... Yeah, we should be able to do a few things here. I feel like if I was this opponent, I would probably be attacking a lot harder. But then again, if I knew I had Bastard Kid on hand, I would do a lot of things differently. Wow, look at this thing. Now this has a counter and indestructible on it. And it has Trample. Because of Pride Malkin, I guess. I guess now Pride Malkin has grown to a size where we need to stop that. Bastard Cat. That is a pretty good one. Let's see, does this return only creature? Only non-spirit creature. So here's the trick. We just need to survive, well, either one more round or until we can draw a land. So things with +1 counters no longer have trample. That's important because we can sacrifice our Obsessive Stitchers. And at this point, we are happy to throw things under the bus. So let's go ahead and just pass. Any land now wins us the game. Because we draw half our library. That means that he draws his entire library. That's basically what it means. Oh, that's bad. But we do need to draw a land. It's indestructible. Whatever he puts that counter on. Oh, it's that one. Okay, so easiest block possible. This blocks this without a problem. We're gonna bounce something, probably the Mauler, because it's gonna get the biggest. So we'll put our 1/1 on the Lieutenant, a Stitcher on a Null Sage. Then we'll sacrifice this Null Sage, this Stitcher, get our Roaming Ghostlight back, and bounce the Mauler that would otherwise grow. Seems pretty good to me. Now we draw a land. You ready? Well, it's not a land. I could choose to dig for a land here. That would just win us the game, I guess. Otherwise, what happens? I guess we have to try at this point. We have a pretty high chance to get it. That's not it. That's not it at all, actually. That's pretty bad. I guess we can keep Rewind up to stop any shenanigan from like running away with this game. They should give us one more chance to dig for a land, though. That's about it. Could play Rousing Reed. Find the land. Possibly another blocker. What is safer here? Probably the Rousing Read, I guess. So Rousing Read the wall, since that can then block Bastard's Lieutenant unhindered. Of course it has to be either a land or the Thallid here, doesn't it? I want both. Can we just straight up survive? We have 2 fire blockers. If he removes one of them, he has 1 removal spell, we're dead. I guess we have to keep the Thallid. I don't want to die to 1 removal spell. I'm happy enough to... Oh, he could -2 and make another 3 attackers. That would still be fine. Probably wants to uptick it too, to try to get the ultimate. Still unfortunate that we keep drawing the lands when we sort of have to discard them. Maybe I should have kept Rewind there. The Swooper does not make any difference here. His ultimate is very good. What do you have for 1 white? I don't think there exists a card in mono, 1 white where you... Well, gotta block that. Don't have to block that, but I'll block it and I'll block that, I guess. Is that weird? If we don't draw the land, I'll block there. It means I have 1 more turn I can block. This can take the Super, I can take 3 here, I guess. This all doesn't matter if I actually draw my land. That's still not a land. Now what would we be able to get back here? You could get a Crypt Lurker back. Sacrifice something. Okay. Yeah, this also all happens. The +1/+1 hell. What happens if we dig for land here before anything else happens? Well, he can put a +1/+1 counter on something. He's sure to have it. I guess we have to find the land because we are against the wall here. How do we still not get a land? How close are we to just milling him out? This is 6 cards. 7, 8. It's 1 card off. 1 card off. Well, we can no longer hold on to this. I guess we'll start with the read. Of course, there's 2 lands. Why not? Now I can get him to one card in hand, but that's a little. That's 1 too many. Well, that's a shame. Can we make him draw cards otherwise? No, we cannot. Good game, yeah. We didn't draw a land every single time we needed to. Now he has Xaxes. That's unfortunate. That was very, very close. That was a pretty good game. All right. Is there something we could do that would make this a little better? I don't think the Glide Master is very good. The walls seem pretty good in our games. I think I do want one of the Wishcon Crabs in. Really just wanted the 7 land there. Ah, what does a guy have to do? I guess the right play the first time we looked for a land with a Stitcher was to sacrifice it in response as we had did with the other one. Guess you could have just chained the Stitchers together, make like blockers that never really die. But that does like a 4 mana every turn. Maybe not worth it. Well, we have one of the pieces. It's not the piece I'm most happy to see, though. We have nothing else really to do. This is an awkward hand. Whatever. Come on, swamp. Come to us. Come on. That's not a swamp. That also is not a swamp. Holy damn. I'm glad we're not under more pressure than this. Well, our opponent also has problems, it seems. Or maybe he did that on purpose. That'll be super smart. Maybe we play Roaming Ghostlight, force him to discard something else. That's a little weird, isn't it? Put him to 5, put him to 9 cards. Then when he plays this, he's still at 9, so he has to discard 2 cards. But if he has those buyback things, it's just really bad for us. I guess I'd rather just rewind whatever he's got going on there. Or cancel it. I guess rewind has binds up less mana. I would really not mind a swamp here. You kidding me? $14 cards, not a single swamp. Here we go. There we go. Unfortunate part is we have to play Ghostlight here. Because we don't really want our opponent drawing extra cards. Or do we? Since that technically means he gets himself closer to Doom. Could just play Rousing Read and block it, I guess. Get close to those swamps. Sort of like that. That's incredible. So incredible. What are we discarding here? The Ghostlight, maybe? The other Rousing Read? Well, we don't need more islands. Guess we keep the cancel up. Yeah. That's how it has to be. Okay. Sometimes that happens, I guess. It's a little weird. It's a win, we'll take it though. Guess the hand is pretty good. 2 colors this time. Okay. That could mean a lot of things. Let's get our looter out there. Sort of expected the second color to be red here. I didn't expect to get it. That's definitely worth cancelling. Pack leaders are scary. And I guess you can't attack unless you want to let me loot. But maybe you don't mind. Maybe you do. Yeah. I'll discard the... Will I discard the Arcanist here, or will I get rid of my useless creature? I guess the Arcanist is not useless because it helps me ramp up into the Pierce. So I guess I'll just sacrifice that guy. Okay, we do seem to have some time going here. I'll play a Rousing Reed, sure. Produce a better blocker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll discard the island and then I'll play the Arcanist. I'm not gonna be playing Peer into the Abyss here. I want to wait for the tutelage and make it an instant win. If we draw tutelage, Peer just wins us the game. Oh no, not my Rousing Reed. That's still okay though. We're in a fairly fine position here. Not a ton of pressure. That's the wrong land. What does happen if we just draw half our library here? Well, we won't be able to... I mean, we could dig our opponent out. What happens if we don't do it? We don't really have anything good to... I mean, I guess we could start looting for better cards here. Probably want to get Dismal Backwater down then. Get that life. We'll do it like that and ship it back to the opponent. The Acolyte's a pretty good draw here. It means I have to double block the Battalion, I guess. I guess I'm fine doing that. Count on the Mud could be pretty powerful too, I guess. Okay. Guess we don't have a choice there. Rousing Reed indeed. Well, let's start by playing that, I guess. And make the Arcanist block the Pegasus. Sanctum of Stone Fangs. Not exactly what we're looking for. Guess if I play the Swamp, I can get Crypt Lurker back. That just blocks something. I guess that's actually worth. So let's do that. What we're trying to do is here, we're trying to buy time for us to find our tutelage. Because if we can play tutelage and peer into the abyss, we just win the game. But it is a matter of like digging through our library. It could be the bottom card here. Like it could be this card, but it could also just be this one. And if it's the bottom card, then our chance of winning this particular game is gonna go down somewhat. Now we can no longer block the Pegasus. That's a shame. The Arcanist blocks Basrius. We don't care about their life total. The Stitcher blocks the Mud, I guess. Sacrifice Stitcher, get back a better blocker. I guess I could have blocked there and sacrificed the Arcanist. But we do need some sort of blockers back, I guess. Take 4 now, which means that we're at 8 next turn. I guess we do need both our blockers here. Especially if he keeps having more of these acolytes. Now the Crypt Lurker. At this point, not actually the worst draw at all. I'll decline that. I guess by now I have to chump the Pegasus. Especially if the only thing he attacks with is that. It's unfortunate, but... And now if we draw tutelage, it probably doesn't even matter. Target player draws cards. We needed the tutelage in play here. Well, we couldn't make it work. We were always 1 card away. It's unfortunate, but I sort of expected it to go that way. How the Alpine Houndmaster was still like left in the second, like one of the last picks in the second pack or third pack is beyond me. But it also tells me that people are valuing these things way too low. So how about we just get in there, take over that territory, which we know is amazing. Like that's the only like real thing that we have found out for sure, is that the Alpine Houndmasters finding bunches of cards, having basically only 2 drops is pretty freaking good. That's a lot of pretty freaking good cards here though. Joriel can be broken, I guess. Can be broken if you have like Visionaries, and if you play it with blue. Play with blue, it's pretty good. The Warden of the Woods is a pretty good 6-drop. Ring of Revelation is good. I guess if we pick Joriel early, we can try to like build around it. Somebody's gonna be happy to get all these blue cards though. I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. But still, like, if we see like the Alpine Houndmasters, it doesn't even matter because we're gonna go into that deck. And I think even like as in preparation for that, like look at this Scorching Dragonfire, this Basrius Acolyte. Like, I don't even know which of these 2 cards are best. It has to be the Dragonfire, but Acolyte is so good. I really like the Acolyte. We're also sending an Acolyte and a feed, so it's a little bit more tricky, I guess, to find out. Uprising. I guess Uprising's pretty good. Trample is nice. Scourge is probably the best card in the pack. I do like the Pteranodon too, though. Skyscanner activates Joriel. It's a Watchdog if you want to go Into Boros. I'm seeing 2 white cards and 2 red cards here. He'll take the Watchdog. Feeder resistance is very good. Don't know if it's better than Swift Response though. Hunter's Edge is pretty damn good. Hunter's Edge is probably better than Feet. Replicator is good if you get them early because you can build around them, I guess. I'll grab one of those. White is so open. Another Colossal Jetmore here too. Feels like we're setting ourselves up pretty well to do green-white counters. Deck matters. I don't think the greenhorn is, or the gorehorn is pretty good, but it is a magic card, and we do need those in our deck. Don't know that I think that this is good. Rewind is pretty good. Don't have a single blue card yet, though. If you did want to go into blue, that is where Joriel is best, I guess. Could grab the Opt. Protege, I guess, can trigger Joriel if that's a thing. Guess I'll read the tides if we do go blue. None of those cards really mattered anyway. Don't think this matters. 2 Gorehorns for the Replicator. Yes. Well, Thrashing Brontodon is excellent. There's not a lot of really good cards here either. Slag is fine, but Brontodon is way better. Swift Response is pretty good, but not nearly as good as Brontodon, I think. Well, if we're trying to do the Joriel green-blue thing, Sanctum of Calm Waters is pretty broken. Do like Pride Mulligan though. I don't think I like it that much more than the Sanctum though if we're doing this thing. I like that a lot. It also solidifies us in blue, and then we can take this Dowser, which is amazing. Can fetch back our Hunter's Edge. We can cut out this, albeit pretty good white. Settle into some colors here. The mirror is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Protege helps with Joriel, I guess. But the mirror is just, I think, too good. If you have things to ramp up to. Right now we do have some relatively decent high cards. And green, like green-blue, is like probably the ramp deck. Maybe red. But green actively wants to ramp, so... Hmm. I sort of do want this, but I'm not gonna take it over Scourge here. Sage does probably trigger a bunch in our deck. I think the Scourge is just pretty good. It's probably like at least a 4. Thousand fetching back either Read the Tides or Hunter's Edge is pretty damn strong. I like Dowser a lot. I think it's a very nice card. Any recursion unlimited I feel like is absolutely amazing. Well, I really want this Dreadmaw to ramp up to, but I think Snare Spinner is one of the better twos in this, like especially in this type of thing. Could grab the third copy of Garruk's Scorehorn for Replicator, but I think that is probably going to be easier to pick up later. This not so much, but we definitely need the 2-drop. We know the format is aggressive. We know that we're going to have to be defending, I guess. Cancel might be fine in this deck. Well, we already have the green one. We already have the blue one. This makes the blue one insane. And in turn, the blue one makes the green one viable, I guess. Shrines do care about each other. I guess track down triggers Joriel. It's a thing we can do in turn 2. I don't think it's amazing. Yeah, I'll take a removal spell, I guess. I don't think I'll ever play Forgotten Sentinels, no matter how many replicators I have. Second copy of Protege for Replicator is going to be great here. And a 2-drop that matters. Pretty good. Good way to round out the pack for sure. Well, oh, I want all these cards. The Harbinger is too good not to take. It's a 4/3/3 3-mana cost creature that draws cards for you. Group's Uprising is pretty good. Probably especially in this day. I don't want to say that. Not too many. It's probably better in Gruul. The Harbinger is very, very good. The inside is pretty good. Whenever I would draw a card, except the first one I draw, I'll draw 2 cards instead. I mean, that means that Sanctum becomes better, Protege becomes efficiently a draw mechanic instead. It is a 4-drop. We risk the milling ourselves thing. You're probably not that interested in. But it's probably pretty damn good. I guess I'll take the Waker actually to top this curve out. And I'll definitely take the Tolarian Kraken. This is like only cards we want. Wow. Guess that's a good problem to have. Reign of Revelation becomes better when you have Cancel. Much better when you have Rewind though. Fungal Rebirth is probably really good in our deck. But is it better than Reign of Revelation? Probably not, right? I guess we'll take the draw spell. I like Rousing Reel a lot. Not gonna take a second Green Shrine. Might take a second Cancel though. Or maybe a Mauler. It's a little late for Frantic Inventory, unfortunately. I'll take the Mauler, sure. I literally can't play any of these cards. Could take another Mauler here. I don't think Uprising is good in our deck. I don't think so. I mean, it might be with Garruk's Gorehounds. It just might be. Take the second Vidalian Arcanist. Try to have cubbies of things for the Replicator. I'm not gonna play that. Guess the Maulers do count with the Garruk's Uprising if they're on the field. With the counter on them. It's tricky. So what are we trying to do here? Probably not trying to play track down here. With Sanctum, maybe I'm only playing 16 lands actually. So we have a lot of draw. I think I'll only play 16 lands. I like both proteges. Question is, what do I not like? Maybe the cancel is not exactly what we want to be doing. Don't think so. Cancel does become better with the protege though. We did not take that extra draw thing. It's probably pretty good. Like opt. Guess if we play Garruk's Uprising, it also triggers Shipwreck Dowser, draws a card of that. It's a neat little thing, I guess. Could drop both Gorehounds, but then the Uprising becomes terrible. You need to cut 2 cards here. I think we need both Arcanists. Unfortunately. I think I do want the heavy cards here. Maybe I don't want the Waker. But Wake is just so good. We have no way of recurring this, right? No. And I want to read the tides for sure. I guess maybe we have to cut. Maybe the Uprising. It's not doing what we want it to do here. Maybe it's a little too difficult to activate. I think let's cut the Uprising. We're not attacking that much. And then we can cut one more card. Probably one of our top cards. I think I want to cut Waker before I want to cut Tolarian Kraken in this particular deck. Let's do that. Yeah, that looks pretty fine to me. Let's try to make it work. Peppermint Larry. Hello. This all looks fine to me. Come on, laddie. Take it. Could become a problem quickly. These are very good. Though I think we're gonna ramp up to some bigger, better, badder stuff. I guess we can attack here, and if he wants to trade, we can just spit out the Gorehorn. Hitting back for 7 sounds awesome. We can probably, very likely, double spell next turn with Brontodon and one of the other things. I think we'll have to stay back for one turn here. This is the sort of thing that overruns you very quickly. Especially if you bounce my expensive creature, huh? 6 next time you hit for 9 at least. Wow, that goes quickly. I guess I can't do that. This is a very good card, making all the others cheaper. He basically gets to do everything that he's doing one turn earlier. And it's rewarded for it with this one at the same time. Another Ghost Light here is just bad for us. I mean, it's all bad for us. He plays one flyer or has another +2 damage somewhere. Because he's looking for the kill here. Oh my god. That's insane. Well, we had 1. That is absolutely insane. What a deck. He built an awesome freaking deck there. There's no way we can win this. That's incredible. Well, our deck does not do well against that at all. Wow. We may have to mulligan a little bit harder with this deck. Saurius, Flyers, perfect curve out. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty hard to beat most days. Okay, one land and we got this. Guess we got it. Guess. I guess I want to spend my mana efficiently. It's probably going to be a rousing read on this. Like, it's always a rousing read on the Larcenist. So good. Oh. I guess not. So we can bounce. Attack, is that something we have the interest in doing? Well, Tome Enemy becomes unblockable. Don't really care about that. Build up a bigger board. Because I'm pretty happy to just bounce this board and attack for a lot. Bounce, bounce. Attack for 10. Or we could play a single card. That seems worse, much worse. I would like to double spell with these two. Guess I could calm waters here. Try to find like a removal or something. Or I can just draw 3. Maybe that's pretty good. Let's see if we get to draw 3. So we do. So the question is, do I attack with the Gore Horn here and start paving the way for my Maul to grow? I think I do. With these amount of cards, I think I do. I don't know why he didn't activate this. Oh, it maybe had Summoning Sickness. Yeah, for sure. Capture Sphere's pretty good. Can we deal with that? We have Rise Tides, I guess. More land. Now I want to double spell with these two. Instant or sorcery, these do not count as either. Guess we can bring back this. Guess we can double spell with this and the Harbinger. Yeah, try to get a little bit of a bigger mana pool, I guess. Provide a blocker for the Licensed. Hexproof against black. It's probably gonna mean something against this guy. Rise again. Right, let's pick a color. Let's pick blue. So I definitely want to be playing the Sanctum here. We need to get that machine online. And then we have another 2 mana. Well, we have 3. Guess we just play a Protege and be done with that. It's pretty damn good. Now we draw a card every time. Well, we draw 2, discard 1. It's better. And we can fetch back Read the Tides without Dowser. And we can bounce both our own creatures back. That's worth it. Might not be. Well, the Larcenist certainly can't be allowed to keep doing that. So we'll block like this. Take the least amount of damage. Ace doesn't actually really matter here. I think that was better for us than it was for our opponent. We'll draw 2. Discard. What do we discard? Probably the Protege. It's the worst card in our hand. Got a bunch of mana. Guess we can play Mirror and have even more mana next turn. And play a reasonable blocker. This is with 5 mana. We can play Garuk Gorehorn. I guess I have to play this if I want the trigger of the Calm Waters. But do I really care about that right now? Could just get... I guess I just want to get my good creatures back. Yeah. We had a lot of really good recursion and a lot of power on board there. Our opponent had no real business getting back into that game. I do like what our deck does, but unfortunately I feel like it only really works if we're not taking a megaton of pressure, and I feel like most of the decks we're gonna meet are gonna be bringing a lot of pressure. It's an awkward hand, but I guess I'll keep it. It'll become really good if you draw the other Protege, I guess. Blue, blue, blue. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Guess that forces our hands. Jawrail. This says non-token creatures, right? Yeah. Non-token permanents. Non-token permanents. Same name as one another. So that counts Capture Sphere. Huh. Interesting times. I guess we'll play a 4/4 to block with. It's gonna be pretty decent, I guess. He's gonna probably be able to recur this a few times, I'm afraid. Oh god. Well, now we just have to pray that he doesn't have a lot of more 3 life gain cards, because he's gonna start getting a lot of value out of it. There has to be a limit to how many Revitalizes a man can draft. Do you want to pay 1 to tap that? Probably. I mean, probably not, but it's done. Protege makes us able to now tap things at will. I guess I don't decline. I have nothing to get back, do I? No. This is pretty fine. Yeah, I'll pay that. Tap. I guess I look on the top 4 cards then. Take a Snare Spinner. I'll take a draw 3 that I can buy back. And back to you, opponent. Doesn't give it lifelink. Okay. I really like Griffin Airy if you can consistently activate it. Like if you have lifelink creatures that has counters on them or something like that in this set. Same thing with the Ghoul. I think the Ghoul is pretty damn good if you can recur it. I mean, if you can't, then the Griffin Airy is a 2 mana do nothing card, and the Ghoul is a 3 mana 3/1, which is not impressive at all. A little sad our tutelage deck didn't go better. We had at least 2 very, very close matches where we were 1 card off just straight up winning. 2, I mean, they were both land cards. Thank you, baby. Let's get some magnesium into the body. Well, we can do a bit of everything with this hand, I guess. Let's do it. Go forest in case we draw Harbringer. Come on, Santa. Let's go. Swindler has the potential to be very good. Or to just straight up lose people games. Because if he has the Patrician, if you want to use a trick to trade for my Arcanist, that's fine. Skeleton Archer costs 4 mana, so... It's a protege for you. Okay. Down to 3 cards he is. Guess that's pretty okay. I wonder if a 3... You have nothing to get back here though. Is a 3/3 good enough, or is it better to just have this, and then have a bigger creature for later? I think we're gonna save it for value a little bit later. Because this does just get better, like, the further into the game we get. We have nothing gaining counters. I guess we could draw Hunter's Fate, or whatever it's called. The 4 mana fight variant card. Oh, you want to sacrifice my Arcanist? That would make this card absolutely amazing. If it read sacrifice a creature an opponent controls. So I guess sacrifice always strictly means your own creature. So that doesn't work. Now I'm glad I didn't play this at 3. So I can play it at 4 and just block that. Or I can play a Dowser. You know what? I'll play this at 4. It's gonna be more meaningful. Get the Kraken down. Next turn, start attacking through. Yup. Those are the plans. I sort of expect an Alchemist's trick here. Skeleton Archer? Yeah, okay. That's fine. And a Watchdog. I feel like we can beat all those cards. So that's not too worrisome. At this point, like, our opponent drawing a fly would be about the worst that could happen. We need to draw something to get back with the Towser. I don't know if Opt is that card. Maybe. Now I can certainly Opt. Choose not to get that, because that's just bad. Gorehorn. That is if I don't pay the mana to tap here. We attack for 5. We're gonna get hit by a lot more. I'm gonna decline this one. And he can't kill this, so I guess I'm free to attack with the Kraken. I'll take a crack back from the Skeleton Archer, but I think I'm fine with that. If he has to destroy tap target creature, so be it. Oh, look at this fearsome guy. I'll take 3 for sure. I can tap down one more creature, attack back for 11. Seems like an easy choice. Tap. Beater resistance? Please no. Oh. Don't know why people keep playing that card. I feel it's a little silly. I do want to save. I know it's silly, but I really do want to save the Dowser for something more valuable than an Opt. And as we do have options to add to the board in other meaningful ways, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Does seem very heavy black. Maybe he just haven't drawn any of his white cards, I guess. Guess we're getting closer and closer to the fact that Opt might be very good. Just to tap down another creature with Tolarian Kraken and attack through. Getting closer. I could definitely take another turn. Just attacking with the Kraken by tapping the Skeleton, I guess. So what happens next turn if we tap 2 creatures? Attack with everything, we get in for 6. He loses something. Or we get in for 9. He doesn't lose anything. Or he attacks with the Skeleton Archer. And sort of makes the choice for us. Strange. This seems like a very bold attack. when you face against Valerian Kraken. Unless you can, of course, just kill it. Hunter's Edge just made things a lot simpler. I don't think I can pay with that mana. I'll tap the Enforcer. Oh, we should attack the Pegasus, of course. Forgot that he now has a flying creature. That's my bad. Untap target creature? I would decline that trigger. We can fight and just attack and draw a creature. I think that's probably just straight up the best thing. Now we have something meaningful to get back. Attacking for 6 makes a difference. Let's make a difference to attack with 1 more. Don't think they have anything to like raise us out if we do that. We're gonna draw a creature here. Oh, or we are not gonna draw a creature because we didn't find one in 5 cards, I guess. Celestial Enforcer can no longer tap things. We'll pay to tap that. I don't know why the auto tap taps the blue here. Or is this my mistake not like listening to it? Don't think it's gonna matter. And it didn't. Very good. Getting closer. Getting closer. Slowly. But steadily to that diamond rank. I don't know. I don't think that this deck is better than the one we played last. So obviously I don't think it deserves more win than the last decks. The last deck. But that's magic. Sometimes you don't draw that last land you need. And your brilliant mill deck only goes 1/3. Oh, Bitter Blossom. It's a very good card. This is a quite good hand. Yeah, I'm not gonna play Wildwood Scourge for 0. That's not what's happening today. Don't remove this, please. Valid. Now we want to play our Protege. And next turn we just start making tigers with our Protege, I guess. Panthers or whatever it is. It's definitely a cat creature. Look at those big green eyes. It's test and training. If our hand looked different, I would 100% block that, but right now we need to loot. And we need to make cat creatures. I guess we want to keep the green up to play Snare Spinner. And I guess we want to get rid of... What is the worst creature we have here? The Mauler? The Gorehorn, maybe? Maybe the Scourge is actually the worst one we have here. I think the Scourge is the worst creature we have right now. The Maul will grow because we're going to start attacking with these cat things. So it'll be good eventually. Guess we can get in for 1 with Jolrael. The second ability on Jolrael is not to be underestimated here. For 6 mana we can until the end of turn. I guess he's gonna kill this now. That's gonna matter, but we can have all creatures we control have base power equal to our hand size, I believe. Yeah. We could just play a Mirror here, or we could draw to try to look for lands. Revelation with Kraken is pretty funny. Guess we'll play the... I would have loved to play Gorehorn here. I guess we're playing the mirror. And not attacking at all. Guess we could have traded like a cat for a counter on the Mauler. That might have been worth it. Don't think so. Blocking this starts to look like a promising thing. Guess we do Protege and Spinner. Just take the blowout if there is any, or do we add the cat? I think we add the cat because he has like kill one of our target things. Maybe he has the death touch thing. The Guile. Well, I'm glad we put the cat on it now for sure. That would have been a small disaster. Let's start by attacking with our Panther. Signal that we'll be happy to trade with it. If he doesn't trade with it, we'll play the Kraken that blocks this whole board pretty well. Sure. Okay, that is a land, so maybe we do want to tap something here. Or maybe we want to take Gorehorn. I think we want to tap something so we can keep attacking with the Kraken. We'll tap the Archer. I guess we still can play Gorehorn if we use the Mirror. I guess we'll attack with the Panther and the Kraken here. Yeah, I definitely think the Mirror has more value as a mana dork right now. Attack for 6. And play the Gorehorn. We take 7 back. Then the next turn we can probably blow him out, tapping a lot of his creatures. I like this. We should be able to tap his entire board this turn. Well, that's no longer relevant since we can only deal 8 damage. We don't have to, I guess. When is this happening? Whenever so untap, unkeep, draw. This is happening in our draw step. So I can pay the one with this, and I can untap the Palladium Mirror. Then I can tap it again, and I can draw a bunch of cards. Like that. Don't need the island. See, this is the sort of thing we would do and then attack through, but we don't need to do that right now. I guess I could untap the Mirror, actually. Is that gonna be changing anything? Probably not, but we'll do it anyway. Don't need to do that. I guess we could just keep making mana this way. I should have not declined that. That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. The fact that we can keep making mana with this. We're still in our main phase. I guess it doesn't. I see. That's why we didn't do it, because we have to use the mana in our main phase. So instant speed, this is like a super mana engine, I guess. Besides that, it's just pretty fine. So I'll see, we'll do attack with these two. Are we in danger of dying here? Probably not. We just play one thing. Now, is that thing gonna be a creature or a Sanctum of Calm Waters to make sure we can attack through this? Probably. Probably the creature, I guess. Just in case he removes, like, if he has like a removal spell and a pump spell, I'll be happy to have the creature out for sure. It's definitely a removal spell. And now we block something for sure. Like the archer, since this one just spawns a blocker. You could have the pump spell, I guess. Turns out it didn't. He has to. Okay, that's 2 blockers. We can remove only one of them. That's actually a little annoying. He has Skeleton Archer for 1. What happens if we don't pay here? Then we have 7 mana. We can play Mauler and Sanctum. I guess we really want to play this Sanctum. So, because if we can play this, then we can tap 2 of his creatures. If we had, so I think I'll decline this for sure. Let's see. I'll decline that with another land. If I attack, he can double block this. This is what I want to happen. But if he blocks this and doesn't block that, then he has lethal. I guess I have to just attack with this. No, I can't attack with anything. Unfortunately. It's a little too close with the Skeleton Archer in hand. Okay, so now he's going into full control mode. If he can play a Skeleton Archer and use Alchemist thing on it, the Skeleton Archer could get Death Touch and he can ping something for lethal, even though it deals only 1 damage. It's a neat trick if he has those cards. He's just attacking though. That feels like he probably has the Death Touch thing on him. And I'll trade with the Panther. Now, let's see what our opponent does here. We need to draw something good. Not to die here. Oh. That's pretty good. That gives us Reign of Revelation back. Which in turn just wins us the game if we get to untap with it. We're not attacking here, so I don't think we are interested in paying 1. Or can we? 5, 1, 2, 4, 5 plus 1, that's 3. We have a 3 mana spell we want to cast here? No, we can't. So does it make a difference is the question. It does not. Blue. So he has 6 attackers. Ah, shit, that's lethal, ain't it? God damn it. Let's see if he sees it. It's too bad. Okay, yes. He for sure has lethal. Oh god. Turns out he had 2 different ways to lethal me. He's not counting. Yeah, that's what it should look like. That's unfortunate, guys. Death to Spike Saxies. That was a close game. That was a close game. Yeah, we had fun, sure. What time is it? I have to look. We have about an hour left. I'm gonna have to make this a little bit of a shorter stream than usual, as it's Monday. And on Mondays we do important, exciting things in World of Warcraft with Fury. America. Pilfer's pretty good. Guess I'd love to ramp up to a... Hello, Bucky Curls. Thank you for the follow. It is absolutely greatly appreciated. Welcome to the channel. Hope you are enjoying the content that you're seeing. This is still a stream underway to becoming something, hopefully. But I am here streaming Magic Limited most every day. I may take a Sunday off once in a while, who knows? It could happen. But until we do that, we are here to try to get, well, for starters, into Diamond, later on into Mythic. So we can produce a 5/5 here. Or we can play our Sanctum and start digging for things. 5/5 on this board looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that. X equals 5. And back to you. That's a pretty good ability. Untap, pay 2 to draw a card. Oh no! Oh yeah, I guess he also ramps with Mir. Shouldn't be too surprised about that. Discard a card then. I'll take the free kill for sure. Okay. It's a little aggressive, but I mean, that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying I wouldn't have done it. I guess let's get the Sanctum out. Get our Arcanist on the board. Oh, we can't do that. I tapped the mana wrong. I guess we'll attack for 2. Why not? I need to include this Palladium Mirror in my taps, I guess. No, we can't block that. Fortunate. We'll take the action. Guess we'll get rid of the Arcanist. Keep mana up for Upt. Seems good to me. It's not often, but right now I wish this Upt was a rookie mistake. That would have been that would have made some difference here. Just drawing 2 with this Palladium Mirror, pretty good. Guess if he attacks with the Pilfer, we sort of have to block it with the Gorehorn. Don't want him to keep drawing cards from it. But if he doesn't allow it, I guess we can't. Pilfer also becomes an important threat here. Can't take that much damage. We can start by opting, see if we draw something really awesome. Something other than a land. Reign of Revelation is pretty awesome. Can help us find our fight card. I would love to kill this Pilfer somehow. It's an unblockable creature. It's not gonna keep not being a problem forever. Sort of need to find our Hunter's Fate. I think is one of the cards we can get. Replicators, not particularly good here. We'll draw the card. Save it to the Maul. We'll go for a Protege here, I guess. We don't have a Protege in the graveyard yet. We don't have a Maul there yet either. I guess we can get rid of the Gorehorn, try to keep the copies for replicating. Maybe that's a little silly, but I think that's what we'll do. And how aggressively do we want to try to find this fight thing? Because if I want to find it now, I can like try to find a land and the fight thing. Tap this mana. I guess worst case scenario, we find a blue land. I guess we gotta go for it, because I really need to this will discard a forest. I really want to find the fight thing, because Ghostly Pilfer will eventually kill us like this. Unfortunately, it's not a flyer, so blocking it alone with Snare Spinner is not going to be good enough. You can keep drawing cards with this. It's a pretty damn good combo. But so far he hasn't dropped any like super huge bombs, so looks like you might want to start attacking. Tolarian Kraken is absolutely a bomb. Discards that. Can't be blocked. Well, I get the feeling that that's a little bit late. Though, might not be. Let's just think about this for a second. We have to absolutely Hunter's Edge something. And that probably has to be the Pilferer. You can start tapping down things now, which is bad for us. Which means we also have to eventually fight that. And a fight with that probably includes a Rousing Reed and a 4-power creature so we can get there. So we need the Replicator, I think. Or we could use the Mauler, since we are going to fight something. But can we use the Mauler and fight this time? No, we cannot. We're in 1 mana short. So I guess we have to let go of the Mauler. So the counter comes on the Protege, which means the Protege will be tapped. Actually, that means we probably have to use it on the Snare Spinner, because the Protege would still be able to trade with some of the other things. So you pay 1 to tap something. We have to chump block the Kraken. We'll take 3, killing something else. I think that'll have to do for now. Yes, that makes sense. Sword on something makes sense too. Pretty glad he doesn't attack with that. Oh, I guess that means tap another thing. Oh, damn. Looks like we're gonna be a little bit late here. Guess we'll double block the mirror. Take 5. Unless that is a rookie mistake. Guess I could have drawn a card here. Glide Master. This should probably seal our fate. Can't play 2 large lands in a turn. Gives us 3 mana to work with. We're exactly 1 mana short from fighting something. That's unfortunate. It's 1 more mana. 1 more mana, we can fight the Kraken. Actually, +1/+1. Yeah, trigger +1/+1. Oh, that still wouldn't be enough. Guess we can try a Rising Reed. Don't think we'll find anything we're looking for. Nope. Well, that was that. Tolarian Kraken is very good. Ghostly Pilferer carried him pretty well there. Unfortunately, we don't have much in terms of removal in this deck. Well, that's a 3/3. I'm actually pretty happy with that for this deck. This was not a very good deck. Let's see if we can do one more quick draft. This should be fine. Ready we are. All right. This card can be pretty good, but it's a little niche, I guess. It's good with EDP things like the 5 mana prowess thing we just had. Veteran's pretty good. Best in green, white for sure. Magma's a very good 2-drop. Feed Resistance is a good white common. I don't know what I want to pick here. I feel like even when opening packs, I feel like I already want to be in Boros because people are prioritizing so strangely. I think I'd take the Tempered Veteran here. Bronzodon's pretty good. And this is best in green-white. It's also very early Riddle form. I do like Riddle form a lot. But that's probably a blue-red card. Still like the Magmod too. Maybe I grab a Feed Resistance here. I can't take Feed Resistance over Bronzodon, I guess. I really do like Riddle form. Do we try to make the Prowess deck here? Make an aggressive Izzet deck? Riddle form is very good. I guess I'll try to take the Bronzodon actually. Nah, let's go for the Riddle form. It's a long time since we did Izzet stuff. Well, immediately I regret that. Tempered Veteran is very good with Wild Scourge. That's for damn sure. I want the Bronzodon back now. Fungal Rebirth is excellent. It's a very good card. That was such a close call. Should not have taken that Riddle form. Should have done it. We did it. It was a mistake. Well, this is a counters matters card. This is a counters matters card. This puts counters on things. Looks like Boros is open, and I really want to take this like Cur or something and just go into Boros, but I think I'm gonna want to stay in this. I have 4 very good uncommons that actually work together, sort of. I don't know what this does in terms of working together, except get us Wildwood Scourge back later when it's better. But, yeah. I mean, these two cards alone together is pretty damn good. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Wildwood Scourge. This is probably going to be one of those things where I'm going to want Fungal Rebirth. We are in green. Fungal Rebirth is such a strong card. At instant speed, most of the you can bring back whatever like is best in your graveyard, but most of the times it's also like just create a 2/2 with like a major upside of getting like your best creature back. This is absolutely a great card, and it's an aggressive format, so I'm guessing these are gonna be important. Right, of these, the Swooper is absolutely best. Not happy to like. I mean, I guess I'm fine. I'm fine taking a Swooper here. I think Legion's Judgment is not good. Fountain might be fine. I guess I'll take 1 copy just to cut the color here. Same story with the Defiant Strike, I guess. Dreadmaw I will take. Ladder Promise is too conditional. Battalion is good. That's something with counters that matters. We'll cut the Rise again just to make somebody's life a little bit more miserable. We might play the Titanic Growth. Maybe we'll play this. I feel like we're seeing the right colors. Battalion is like a fairly good card in our deck. Fate's Feathers. Don't mind if we do. This card is amazing. Probably the best removal in the format. I say that about a lot of cards. But with this one, it might actually be true. See what we hope to get back here. Maybe a Watchdog. That's about it. There's a Hunter's Edge here that we're probably going to end up taking. I really do want to see if we can pick up some Celestia, the Celestial Lord that cares about tokens, counters. This, again, is a counters thing. Yeah. Any good 2-drops that care about counters we're gonna want. A lot of people don't aggressively play the Mutt, but I think it's really good. I feel like it always has a target, like a target that matters too. Its Sage is pretty fine. It has Reach, which is important. Actually, could be quite important in this deck too. You have flyers. The Chorister also becomes better with the whole counters matter thing we're doing. Or we could take a Replicator and try to speculate in that. Maybe that's better. I'll take a Replicator and speculate in some. Okay, so Invigorating Surge is actively good in our deck. But we need to start thinking about 2-drops. Fungal Rebirth is still great. I think there's a cap to how many you want in the deck though. Invigorating Surge is pretty good. Goes very well with the Scourge too. Yeah, I think I'll have to take that. If you could pick up another Scourge, these aren't picked very highly, I feel like. If you can pick up another one of these, that'd be great. Goes well with a lot of things we're doing here. Can you imagine another Fate's Feathers? That'll be countered by the Replicator. Be pretty cool. Okay, what do we have here? Pride and Malkin. Goes straight into our theme. Is an excellent card. We'll take it. Another Fungal Rebirth. Don't think I can keep taking it. And I don't think I can take the Colossal Dreadmaw, but the Swift Response I think I have to take. Just because we're a little low on removal, and especially in the early game. Do like me some Dreadmaws though. I think they're pretty good. 6/6 Tramplers. Don't think the Scorehorn is amazing at this particular deck. It might be getting a counter on it using Pride Malkins. If I pick up another Pride Malkin, I may just put the Gorehorn back in. Don't like the 3 toughness though. Makes it weak against a lot of things. I don't like this Empath. At all. Shieldmate might be good for me. I'll take the Empath. Oh god. Am I gonna splash for a Lore Scale Quaddle? Yeah, that's 100% happening. The Truffle Snout also does something with counters though, but the Lore Scale Quaddle is that much better. Okay. There's a land immediately to reward our splash, I guess. Take it. I'll be fine having 2 lands. If I'm already splashing for Low Scale Quaddle, am I taking the Capture Sphere? That's my question. Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. Then we need at least 3 sources. Probably 4 this early. Don't want to overdo it though. I get 3 tap lands for the blue, that would be great. Or like a Cultivate. Cultivate might be good. I don't love Capture Sphere in this format, but it is sort of removal. We need that. This is probably even better in Golgari than it is in Selesnya. Take the Mutt. Do want to get me some 2-drops here. That's like where we're hurting the most. If we can get some copies of something, I'd love to get that. Hey, I can't take a third Fungal Rebirth, but I definitely want the Watchdog. Very happy to pick that up. Very late in pack 2 too. I feel like this should be picked really highly in Boros decks. The Watchdog and the Igneous Curb both being found by the Houndmaster. Ups it in value a lot. Two with Vigilance, I think, is a pretty good card in this format. I'll take a Guile. That might even make the deck. What do we got here? Not a lot, that's what we got. Snare Spinner might be the only real card for us here. So test and training is okay, but we do need 2-drops. Snare Spinner is one of those cards that if I find a second copy, yeah, I'll probably be happy to play Replicator with it. This pack is bad except for the Mirror. The Mirror, however, is pretty good. It's the only thing we could take here. We could take a Sword, but that doesn't seem interesting at all. We could take a Dub. I don't know how good Dub is in this particular deck. It's probably better in Boros. It's very good with the dog. I think I'll try taking the Mirror here. Do you like me a Palladium Mirror? Another Pride Malkin. Or a Swift Response. I mean, Pride Malkin. It's pretty good. Another Pride Malkin. The only thing we want is 2-drops now to make sure we don't die early. The rest of the deck looks great. 3 copies of Pride Malkin. I'm absolutely playing Replicator with that. Replicator is... if you can just once cast the Replicator and get 2 4/4s, that's great. And even if you can't do that, it's a 4/4 for 5. It's not that terrible. You can do a lot worse in Limited, I think. Titanic Growth might be great if we have a lot of like, because we do have a lot of counters and we can do like trample things. We really desperately need 2-drops, and unfortunately Concordia Pegasus is good enough of a 2-drop that we want to take it over Gale Super, unfortunately. Because we just really need to not die early here. This deck is pretty good. Another Snare Spinner. I'd be happy to take that for sure. Give us another chance at replicating something. And it's a good 2-drop. I guess 3 copies of Snare Spinner or another copy of Watchdog. That depends on what we want to be doing, I guess. Well, another copy of Snare Spinner makes it easier to cast Replicator for sure. Dreadmaw is just... I don't think we're going to be wanting another Dreadmaw here. I think the Snare Spinner might just straight up be good for us. Because again, the goal here is to not die early and to just win hard later. This doesn't matter, I think. We have some pretty good bombs. Like with Pride Malkins, with this many Pride Malkins in our deck, I feel like we can save this. Oh my god, this is actually sort of splashable too. Maybe that makes our deck. With Pride Mulligans, I think we can sort of assume that everything that can get counters on it just will have trample at the points where we need it. We have 2 fungal rebirths to get the things back we want to get through with. Is 4 blue sources enough here? 7/7/4. That's probably good. 6 cuts though. It's quite a few. Okay, so what are we not doing here? Probably not doing that. What is Mia really ramping up to here? Not a lot, honestly. Not a lot. This is better like when you have several like high drops. We have like a 5-drop and a 6-drop. I think instead of like playing a Palladium Mirror, we probably want to play like another Snare Spinner up until playing Replicator. I don't think Judgment is good. I think it's bad removal. We have premium removal, 1 of each color here. Don't like Judgment. These are all excellent. 3-drops are great. Maybe the Battalion doesn't make it. Maybe the Growth doesn't make it. I think with Invigorating Surge, Growth does not make it. Guile might not make it. Hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Maybe Capture Sphere is not good enough. Swift Response. Maybe 2 Fungal Rebirths is overkill, but I really like Fungal Rebirth. I really do. Let's try saying that Guile doesn't make it. And then 1 other card. Maybe it's a 2-drop, honestly. Maybe it's the Pegasus. Because we do have 3 Snare Spinners now. Don't think we care enough about the Pegasus. Yeah, that seems fine with me. And then the mana base, it values a little harder on blue. I certainly don't think so. I think it's still 7/7/4. Just go ahead and do that. Get up beautiful Nyx lands in here. Yeah, this looks like a playable deck to me. Let's have a few games, see how it goes. That looks good. No lands. Oh, that's land. For life, huh? That's scary. very scary. He has to tap to make this angel, right? Hmm. Angel is certainly scary. Keeping this down is going to be important, I think. Another Truffle Snout. Really going for the life, huh? That may be dangerous for you, friend. It may be very dangerous for you. Do we just attack here, hope that he takes like a 3-for-1? Get it back immediately? That sounds a lot of fun. Remember, we have Trample. If he's going this all in on the Speaker of Heavens, I'm gonna just punish him for it. That is pretty all in. He has to tap to use this, so I can just lock it down. Guess I will. The reason I do this now is because if he has exactly Radiant Fountain, I don't get to tap his creature before he can make an angel with it. I don't necessarily think that Speaker of Heavens is that big of a threat right now, especially not because we have like good removal. But he looks to be pretty all in the whole lifelink idea, I'm not gonna lie. So that is his game. And our game is just gonna be attacking, make sure he never gets there. And guess I'll be happy to play this veteran here. I do want another plane so I can play multiple spells in a turn. And now you'll see why I play Lore Scale Coatl splashed into this deck, because it's such an amazing card. You have to do very little for it to be very good. There's another card that really doesn't do anything. That doesn't matter. Yeah, like that was a lot of things that didn't really matter, and we actually did things, so good for us. We got it. Off to a good start with the Banned Counters Matters deck. Agree, dog. Argy dog. Okay. Well, we can cast some of our spells. We do have a lot of planes. And these two are made for each other. Oh, there's our planes. Good for us. Snare Spinner. Pretty scary. Okay. I wonder if we're in the business of trading here. Well, I guess now we aren't. Right? Knew we'd have drawn that. Probably would have been though. Guess I'll play the Wildwood Scourge and get some counter stuff happening. He'll hit me for 7. I would hit him back for more. He also gets to add to the board though. Tempered Veteran might be better. No, I think this is right. Just for 3. Then if he's too scared, we can, you know what, let's go ahead and not attack here. Signify that we're willing to take his damage. Attack with Makeshift Battalion. That gets a counter, this gets a counter. We attack for 9. We can play Tempered Veteran, block, and make some blockers if race is what you want to do. No! The fight! That was a very good spell for him. Now if he wants to attack, we'll double block the Mauler for sure. Well, that was not his desire. I guess putting it on a Tempered Veteran might actually be better. Then I can put all my blockers on this, and no matter what he blocks, no matter what he wants to kill, yeah. Guess we'll take that. Fine, giving a counter to the Mauler here. So we can just start giving counters to our own thing at will. So we can just give counters to things, or we can give a counter to the Malkin. We can block with that, Fungal Rebirth back our Scourge, and all the things we do get a million times better. Sounds good to me. Guess. I guess because we're gonna play Scourge for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 next turn. Or we're gonna play it for 5 and add counter. Yeah, I think that's better. That might just be better. Let's just make sure that the right mana is tapped here. Yeah, that's wide open. Scourge back. Now we play Scourge for 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, we played for 5. Leave 1 wide up. And back to the opponent. Well, that's not fair. So we can block this a lot. Guess we will. Five, six, seven. I guess we'll block like that. Take a bunch of damage though. Nothing we can do about that. This has become dangerous. Another fungal rebirth would not be bad here. Snare spin is also not bad. 3, 4, 5, 6. We even have mana to activate that. Cool. Very cool. I guess I'll block with the snare spinner. Put a counter on my veteran. So I can eventually block that Dalit. Oh, that's a real creature. That's not a land, and that's very good. We could take another hit from the Thalit. Then we'll be able to block it with the veteran. Actually, if we just play the Private Malkin, if he then changes the sword, we can just put a counter on. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we have to put a counter on the Malkin. Unfortunately. Okay. Can you imagine if we had that 2-drop that gave us counters every time we got a counter? Give us extra counters. This does not have trample. Oh, I see what you're doing. Well, we have to block that. I'm fine with going to 1, I guess. That does mean that we once again have to draw something that's not land. That's very much not a land, indeed. We don't want to tap out only green source, I think. Okay, good. Well, we're short 1 land. I guess we can risk it. Just hope he doesn't have a removal here. Or maybe we just Fate's Feathers the Thalit here immediately. Yeah. So that way we don't die straight up to removal. If he had like Village Rights there, that would have been super bad. That would have been lethal. That's what that would have been. You can move the sword, I can take 3. It's to be expected. close, it's tight. We're very close to stabilizing here, though. What's he trying to get? He's always doing sanguine thing. Getting stuff back. That's bad for us. Gets, oh. We want to probably grow this a bit more. Before we do weird shenanigans. Because right now, attacking is a long clock. It's gonna get that much shorter. Oh, let me just get this done here. The more counters we get on this, oh damn. Well, I'm pretty glad we didn't counter on it now. Now we have to block whichever one he puts the sword on. And now once again we have to draw a creature. That's probably even better. What do we want back? Scourge? Is there anything that gives us life? No. So if we take the Scourge, we can play it for 1, 2, 3, for 3, and then add a counter on it. And play it for 4 actually. That'll have to do. I think we have to try to play. Oh god, we only have 1 green source. Oh god. So the only thing we could have taken back was the battalion. Oh, that's a fucking way to lose a game. Damn it. God damn it. Ah, that was silly. That's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. Do I want the guy on this deck? Probably not. That's fine. Not great, but fine. Now it's sort of great. Guess I'll play another snare spinner. Guess I could keep Invigorating Surge up for if he tries to like kill it or something. But I'm pretty fine with this. Get some more solidarity counters. Let him have his attack. Okay. This doesn't untap, does it? No. Sort of want to keep filling on the board, but this one is just gonna kill my swooper, I feel like. But I can't, as of right now, double spell. I feel like if I swooper, he may just kill it. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll try to raise. And maybe it's a race that we can't actually win, but I think I want him to tap out here. Oh. He doesn't even tap out. How about that? Now we can double spell though. So we can play Solidarity. And ship it back to him. Let him decide how he wants to do this. Now we're definitely blocking. Shouldn't have messed with our swooper. Should not have done it. I guess I do this before the trigger goes through. Keep one of my creatures alive for now. Unless you have more shenanigans. Pretty happy with that exchange. That would have probably screwed with me. Or Scale Quaddle. Will he just use the, like that thing as removal then? Maybe. We'll let him. That's a-okay with me. You have 2 fungal rebirths. While you're tapped out, though, probably don't want to see that no more. Not quite ready to attack yet. Dreadmore. That would be unfortunate if we didn't have a way to deal with it. Guess we have to put the counter on the Malkin here. Avenger's also good. That can start pinging me hard, that's a problem. Guess now I'm ready to attack. That's a 3-turn clock on its own. Without anything else happening. I have to find removal for that. What a silly card. Do you have any 2-mana card, 3-mana card that can get us out of this? If so, what color is it? It's definitely not lore skill, so we don't have to worry about tapping that. He doesn't even have to tap it. Well, that makes it extremely difficult to beat. Leafkin Avenger, ladies and gentlemen. What a godly card. Oh no, we're down into tier 3 again. Well, we're not really doing anything with this hand. But we do have some answer to super aggro, so... That's a risky hand to keep, I guess. More gruel. I think I'm fine responding swiftly to that. That's one of those cards that's just always a problem. It's really, really freaking good 2-drop. And Izzet is definitely the best one. That or Riddle form. This I think is even better. Don't want to cast Scourge for 2. That just seems bad. I sort of wish I had Mulkin. I can cast it for 3. That's Dragonfire then though. Don't like that. Definitely also dies to Hunter's Edge. This is pretty good. Hunter's Edge. That card, however, is also pretty good. This is not an activated ability, I think. Unfortunately. But I cannot let that one attack. It's like I cannot let that one attack alone at all. It's a sucky removal spell to use on that particular card, but Tear of the Peaks. Wow. We're meeting some good decks today, guys. Yep. By goes our Pride Malkin. That's absolutely stupid. Pump takes 7. Wow. Not sure what to do here. I mean, lose is the obvious choice. Jesus, tear of the peaks, what a godly card. Well, that does, no, I did not have fun in that match at all. Don't agreeing with your balancing here, wizards. Well, that leaves us with a quick 1-3. I, however, do also have to go. So that ends this Monday stream. Monday stream will probably always be a little bit shorter than the others. I do appreciate greatly those of you who checked in. I really appreciate that extra follow we got from Bucky Curls earlier. That was really awesome. And to the rest of you, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care then.